So, here's something strange. In medieval Europe, people didn't sleep like we do today. They didn't just crawl into bed, close their eyes, and drift off for 8 hours straight. Nope. Instead, they slept twice. Yes. 2 separate sleeps. With a quiet little break in between. Weird? Maybe. But also, kind of peaceful. Let's talk about it. Historians call it segmented sleep. You had a first sleep. Then, you'd wake up. Stay awake for a little while. Then go back to bed for your second sleep. People didn't think this was strange. It was just how sleep worked. You'd go to bed around 9 p.m. Sleep for maybe 3 or 4 hours. Then wake up around midnight. Stay awake for an hour or 2. Then go back to sleep until morning. That little midnight break? Totally normal. So what did people do between their 2 sleeps? Well, not much. But that was kind of the point. They'd sit by the fire. Pray. Think. Write. Some just laid there, quietly. Others went outside and stared at the stars. In some places, people used the time to visit neighbors. Or other things. Yes, some couples used that time for intimacy. Doctors back then even said it was the best time for it. But overall, it was just a calm, quiet moment. No rush. No pressure. Just a pause between dreams. So why did they sleep this way? It wasn't because they were weird. It was mostly because of the dark. Before electricity, nights were long. In winter, the sun set early. It might be dark for 14 hours. That's a long time to just lie in bed. So the body did what made sense. It broke the night into pieces. First sleep. A little midnight break. Second sleep. Natural. Rhythmic. Human. Modern sleep studies show that if you take away artificial light, people go back to this 2-sleep pattern. It's built into us. Some scientists think it's more natural than our current one big sleep. In fact, early 20th century researchers noticed that people isolated from light for long periods naturally adopted segmented sleep. First sleep. Wakeful rest. Second sleep. It's not broken sleep. It's just different sleep. In monasteries, segmented sleep was even more structured. Monks would rise for matins, a midnight prayer. Every night. Like clockwork. They chant. Pray. Sit in silence. Then go back to bed. Even outside monasteries, some people saw the midnight hours as spiritually special. That quiet space between sleeps? It was thought to be perfect for reflection. Or maybe just a stretch and a yawn. So what happened? Why don't we sleep like this anymore? One word, light. As candles got cheaper. As gas lamps spread. As electricity arrived. People stayed up later. Bedtime got pushed back. Eventually, the midnight break just disappeared. We started going to bed later and expecting to sleep straight through. 2 sleeps became 1. The old way was forgotten. The idea of first sleep and second sleep mostly vanished by the 19th century. But in the 1990s, a historian named Roger Kirch started digging through old letters, diaries, and books. He found dozens of mentions of first sleep. And just as many mentions of second sleep. People weren't confused. It was normal back then. A whole way of life, lost to time. Today, some people are trying to bring back segmented sleep. They let themselves wake up at night, read a book, sit in quiet, then return to bed. Others just can't sleep straight through. And maybe that's okay. Maybe our bodies remember. Not insomnia. Not failure. Just the old way, knocking at the door. So the next time you wake up in the middle of the night, don't panic. You're just doing what your ancestors did for centuries. First sleep. A little pause. Then, second sleep. Maybe we weren't meant to sleep in one big block after all. Maybe, just maybe, we're all just medieval at heart.